What is up, guys? Welcome back to another freaking video of Gains and Glory. It's been a while since I dropped the full, original title like that, but I'm feeling pretty energized this morning. I'm feeling pretty rested. I gotta slow down here because I got so much freaking energy. But yeah, it is obviously later than normal. Okay, usually, sun is still hiding away, getting his beauty sleep, but it is in fact 7 o'clock. In fact, it is exactly 7:01 in the AM. And yeah, I went to bed really not even late. I went to bed at like I think 9, man, I want to say 9:45. I was like solidly clocked out. Or at least like in bed waiting to be clocked out. And that's usually a 5 a.m. wake up time, kind of bedtime for me. So, and that's not 8 hours, right? So I got a good amount of sleep last night. I'm feeling great. And it's leg day, which is the one day of the week where I'd really accept, I really prefer that extra sleep. So we're in a really good spot for that, obviously. In addition, I did a little experiment, right? So yesterday was supposed to be a full day fast for me. Ended up having three small meals, basically two salads. Those meals didn't go above like 500 to 600 calories both total, like combined. It was just like two, three eggs, a little bit of tuna, a little bit of like deli ham and stuff. Like, I'm talking across both meals, right? So it's pretty minor. But what I did do is, before I actually went to bed, you're welcome. Ended up having like little mini dose of some raw honey. So I had like two tablespoons of that, and then like 14 grams of grass-fed butter, unsalted grass-fed butter. So TLDR, I was like, sometimes I get issues with uh, hypoglycemia, like tinnitus, ears ringing. Best thing you can do for long-term glucose release is to have some fructose, which your liver is going to process and like slowly release in the form of kind of like little glucose spikes, right? And then have a little bit of fat. 'Cause that fat is going to slow down digestion. So basically combine both. And what happened? Well, I slept like a freaking beaut. I slept amazingly. I actually woke up naturally around like I think 6, maybe 5:40, and I was like, I could just tell I needed more sleep, so I went back to sleep. Or I could tell I could use more sleep. I could tell more sleep would be a net benefit, not a net negative, right? And today, this beautiful rainy day that we've been blessed with happens to be a late academic start for me, so I have all the time in the world to freaking sleep in. So, deciding to kind of relax a bit with the forced 5 a.m. wake ups. Like, yeah, it's nice to get your cardio done before anyone else is even freaking out of bed, but you have to think on the broader picture. Is that helping me achieve my best gains? Well, no, because I'm sleep deprived freaking 7 days of the week. And there's only 7 days in a week, right? So, obviously not ideal. So taking a step back here, gonna be more chill. What else? Weigh in. We have a scale again. I bought a scale. I think I mentioned that last time. And yeah, like weight is looking good. So 176.4. I actually post cardio weighed in yesterday at 174.4. So the weight is seriously starting to come down into that like holy shit zone, like 100%, which is awesome. Um, this is also like a day after a ton of roughage and food in terms of volume, like just a ton of salad that I have, let's just say, not yet fully processed. So I actually do think my like, totally fasted, kind of emptied out, if you want to say, morning weight is at least 175. At least 175. So if not a bit lower, but that puts us in a great spot. It means that I am officially pretty much as low as I've ever been consistently, because we've had 2 days now where I've weighed in the 176s. Both days were theoretically I should have been heavier than I usually am. And yeah, we're pushing, man. We're freaking pushing P, getting leaner by the day, all that good stuff. And officially in the end zone of this cut. I don't think I'm going to be losing any more than an additional, 6 to 8 pounds of actual fat. the other part of this is that summer is only a month away. I guess a month and a half realistically, but really not that far. And I have a lot of summer plans, including going abroad to Europe. It's an academic pursuit, and that's gonna be fun as hell. So maybe I'll shed some more details on that in the future. But hey, if you're a European follower, I might hit you up. Not really, don't worry about it. But still, that's gonna be sick, and I can't wait. So, no one wants to be cutting while they're on freaking vacation, right? But anyway, a good 4 or 5 weeks still. We're not ending it right here quite yet, and I'm excited for everything that comes with the freaking cut as we wrap things up, right? So, without further ado, I'm gonna go smash these 90 minutes of cardio, and I'll see you on the other side for a little bit of legs. Hey. Alright. 2 hours of cardio been conquered. As you probably saw, I did an extra 30 minutes. Didn't feel like 90 was freaking enough today, I guess, but hey, doing extra cardio only ever helps, right? For the most part, unless you crash out, like I tend to do. But looking pretty lean. I'm assuming after sweating out all of that, I'm probably like 174 right now. Just about. And yeah, really starting to get into the end zone. At least from where we started. But legs are slightly pumped and also looking relatively lean, as they should. Definitely have been growing with the sessions I've been hitting recently, which is awesome. Obviously love to see that. Oh yeah. And abs are in pretty good shape. Serratus finally leaning out, but I'm like super depleted right now, so that's why I don't look faster or anything. I haven't had like any carbs in basically a day, so we'll get to that in a second. Catch you guys in like a few hours for freaking legs, and we'll get it. Bit of toasted eggs to start the morning. All right. Hope that's working. What is up? It's freaking 1:11, so it's been about what is that? 3-4 hours since finishing up cardio, and yeah, little leg day. So not going to change much. The normal routine is fine for me, and so 2-3 sets of this, depending on how it feels, and then 2 or 3 sets of some leg extension, and then we'll probably be supersetting calves and hammies. Maybe do some lying today, and like 4 sets of each of those, and that'll be it. No biceps today because we did it yesterday, and yeah, should be a nice quick little leg day. So let's get it started. Already warmed up. This will be the starting weight. 2 plates on the machine. You don't have to go heavy on this, especially when you're squat shoes, quad bias. So it should be good. Okay, that was a good set. 2 more. Okay. Oh, that's good. All right. Bit of a change of plans. Felt pretty happy with those two hack squat sets. They were like pretty solid. Not gonna do too much more because I don't want to fatigue myself. So we're just gonna jump into some hamstrings and calves, supersetted, and yeah, I think I'll do like 4 sets each, and then we'll finish off with a little bit of leg extensions. Give the quads time to rest from the hack squats to then. So let's get into it. Already warmed up, pretty warm from the hack squat, so it should just be a nice good first set. Okay, that's good. Do some calves. Little readjustment. Okay, that was a good set. Let's go back to ham. Up the weight just a tad. Okay, a little bit too heavy, but 4.5 reps. I've had worse. Let's go back to calves. Okay. One more. Yeah, went a little too heavy on hamstrings today. Felt something in this left one, not like a pull or anything, but just a little bit sore in the tendon area. So that's it. That's it for hams. Someone had the seat all the way back, and at first I was like, "What the hell?" And then I saw the weight, and they were pushing like 255, which is fucking insane. But I decided to keep the seat where it was, and change the weight because I'm not that strong yet. But the seat position actually, because it's so far back, it's a really good stretch on the quads. So I'm gonna try this out. Hopefully not won't pull my freaking quadriceps off, but well, we'll see how it goes. Already warmed up. You know the freaking drill. A bit too light. Okay. Oh. Whew. That was good. Two more. That was good. One more. that. Check this out. Alrighty. Well, that is a freaking wrap on legs for today. Let's see. There we freaking go. Yeah, time to check the pump. You guys know the freaking drill, right? We've done this enough times. Yeah, I stopped briefly to say, hey to this guy who's fucking shredded. I was like, dude, what's the secret? He's telling me he rock climbs, so you guys heard it fucking first. Don't need a diet or do any of that cardio or any of the shit I'm doing. Just fucking rock climb apparently, and you'll get lean as hell. So maybe he's right. I don't know. Gotta climb more often, but regardless, what I'm doing now is working to some extent. So let's see. All right. Definitely swollen up. Some sort of a pump. Not looking crazy lean, but the mass is there. Mass is there for sure. I noticed when I tend to have a lot of bread, like I had a lot of bread this morning for carbs, it tends to kind of make me a bit fuller, but I lose some definition. So I might try it tomorrow, doing just like rice. But either way, yeah, I think certainly tuck the shirt here. Oh yeah, certainly something going on. Try the other side. Yeah, still got some veins in the calves. Whew. Guys, not freaking bad. Like, obviously not like ridiculously lean yet in the legs, but they're leaning out slowly. And I think on days when I'm like less bloated, you can definitely see a lot more of that vascularity. I'm still waiting, obviously, for that, freaking renowned, all desirable thigh vein, but that'll come. I have a feeling that the calves are gonna get freakier first. I think I'm gonna lean out kind of from the, lowest part of my legs up. But either way, mass is certainly being gained. I can tell that, or at least maintained, and body fat's being lowered, which is exactly what we want. So can't say I'm not freaking satisfied with this, especially in that like upper part of the quad there. Whew. On both legs. Oh yeah. Starting to get some shapes going that kind of resemble more of a leaner physique. So regardless, not too much more to say. I kind of skip on the posing on my leg days just because what are you gonna do? Like hit a double uh, biceps femoris? I don't know. If you didn't know, that's one of the parts of the hamstring, the biceps femoris. Because your femur and your biceps, it has the function of like flexing the ham. So basically, the biceps of the leg. Okay, a little bit of a medical physiology for you guys. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep you yapping. They call me the yap freaking lord apparently. But good session today though. That was a sick ass few sets of hack squat. Still loving it. Bit on the low carb side of things. Well, that's kind of a lie. I had like 200 grams, but bit on the lower weekly kind of intake side of things just because I had so many freaking crash out and remedial days where I just haven't had a good consistent schedule with the diet. But we're going to be getting back to that for sure. Pesach this weekend, Passover, for you, non-members of the Jewish community, and I am going to enjoy myself for like a day. But if all goes well, I should at least maintain. And in the days leading up, we should be on a nice strict regimen. And the days afterward, we should resume. So either way, next leg day, hopefully, I'll see you guys even leaner, even freaking bigger, even more vascular, and we'll crush another awesome session. Thank you all for showing up, and I'll see you guys next time. Jaden out.